And I'm live. Hey, everybody, it's me, RusShawSho. Or if you're on the East Coast, it would be Late Night with Russ Shaw, or just The Tonight Show. Because it is tonight, technically. So I'm just throwing a live stream out there because I said I would on Wednesdays. And I know it's late and I'm carrying through. It's 10 o'clock here on the West Coast. What is that on the East Coast? It's 1 o'clock in the morning. It would be the late show on the East Coast. So yeah, finally getting around to doing a live stream. No one's watching. It's okay. It'll be up on the feeds. But I wanted to talk about my cousin who I remember when this girl was just a child and now she's graduating high school. And this had me thinking about music that was on the charts when I was in high school or when I should have graduated from high school. All right. Graduating class of 1987 would have been my graduating class, which had me thinking, like, I remember Whitesnake had the album that came out, and I was like 87. I'm pretty dang sure. Might have to look it up. But we had Here We Go Again on My Own. That was my graduating year of high school. And number one songs when my wife graduated, Guns N' Roses to Tiffany. So Guns N' Roses, 1985 from high school. That was when that album released. June 13th, 1987. This is an interesting archive I'm looking up here. There's an ad that wants to open. Hold on, let me share my screen with you, shall I? See if I can do this picture-in-picture. Shift 7. It says I can do this, but it's not working. I'm still trying to figure all this out. All right. Anyway, sharing my screen. It's not sharing a screen. See, I got to figure this out. One of these days, I need a... Oh, here we go. Share screen. Share screen. Check the audio box. Okay. Yeah, I need tips, obviously. Hey, look at that. Entire screen, window, Chrome tab. All right, here we are. Share with audio. I don't know if I want to share with audio, actually. But here we are. Am I in the corner? Remove. Add a camera. Hey, it's me again. And go back to here. Share. Extra camera. Oh, for God's sake. Now StreamYard's trying to sell me stuff. Hold on. I'm going to figure this out. This is just entertaining, isn't it? Watch Russ try and figure out StreamYard. Hello! It's me again. Back to sharing screen. You got to mute that or it's going to... There you go. Hello! It's me again. There's a mute button at the top of the keyboard. My wife's got it on the big screen. So, there we go. Or turn the stereo off. There we go. Hold on. There we go.
I was telling you about that.
There's a mute button right there.
I did that.
You did? No,
I
it's
was
still
telling you
on.
to turn the stereo off, and you said no, it's okay.
Anyway, my wife's the only one watching. So I've got one person watching. It's Dana. Here at 10 o'clock at night on the West Coast. Guns N' Roses pays tribute to Knocking on Heaven's. See, this is like 2017. Why is it saying that? All right, Billboard is just not helping me out here. Layout. Let's see. We'll go to this one. Hey, look at me. There we go. Now I'm down here in the corner. And I'm going to go to StreamYard. Billboard. 1988 top #1 songs. According to Billboard. This is when my wife would have graduated from high school, 1988. This thing is still spinning. I got an ad over here. Charts. Chart beat, log in. All right, this is not good. Top rock 1987. There we go. So when I graduated high school, Touch of Grey from the Grateful Dead was on the rock charts. Dude Looks Like a Lady. Oh, wow. Animal by Def Leppard. Pour Some Sugar on Me. The Cult. Love Removal Machine. Fleetwood Mac. Who knew Fleetwood Mac was on the charts? Big Love by Fleetwood Mac. U2, Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. Wow. Bob Seger. This is 1987. Bob Seger was on the charts with Shakedown. Who Will You Run To by Heart. Give to Live, Sammy Hagar. In Excess. Need You Tonight. Heat of the Night by Bryan Adams. The Devil Inside by In Excess. That was a good song. On the Turning Away. Wow. Wow. What? That's Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd had an album out in 19... Can you see me now? Let me see. I got my microphone in my face. Hold on. Let me go back to this screen. I'm figuring this out now. Select layout. Hey, look at that. 2 people are watching. So I'm oh, my wife commented. There she is, right there in the comment section. So 1987, those are the big rock songs that were out. At least in my what is night? So my Emma Schaefer. So there's my cousin Emma Schaefer, my cousin's daughter Emma Schaefer. 1922. No, we're in a whole nother Russ. We're in a whole nother millennium, for God's sake. Black Keys rock charts right now. Wow. So we got the Black Keys. Wild Child is #1 right now on the rock charts, Dana. How cool is that? We'll do the pop charts too. Why not? Hold on. I'm going to put this back on. Add to stream. Ooh, look at that. I'm in a weird different layout now. We're going to put myself down here. All right. Rock charts. Do I have the right screen on here? Yeah. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Black Summer, Bob Moses, Love Brand New, Weezer, A Little Bit of Love, and Imagine Dragons. Those are the top 5 right now on the rock charts for the Black Keys. Look at the Black Keys having a hit right now. So we're going to go back to 1987 once again. This time, see, this Google is weird. It's doing the same thing. Sweet Child of Mine, #1 by Guns N' Roses, 1987. Albums in 1987. Keep Your Children Safe. What the heck? Weird. Anyway. Edited by Jeff B. Who's that? Jeff Becker? It's a friend of mine. I doubt it. The Joshua Tree was the number 1 album. Number 2 is Appetite for Destruction by Guns N' Roses, Sign of the Times by Prince, Paid in Full, Eric B. and Bad by Michael Jackson, Hysteria by Def Leppard, 1987, George Michael, Faith, REM, Document. Number 9 was In Excess. That was a good year for music, man. Wow. Sonic Youth had Sister come out. Whitney Houston had Whitney. Whitney's debut album, Dana, was 1987. Look at that. Do you see the... Hold on. You see, like, cursor? I'm watching this. I'm watching the other screen. Don't do that. That's not what you're supposed to do in a live stream, Russ. So, anyway, I thought that was cool. But yeah, I'm going to have to look up these songs for rock. What about pop charts? Pop charts, I know it's killing you. What is the pop chart song for right now in 2022? Come on. All right, here we go. Pop charts 2022. Let's see. 50 best songs of 2022 so far. Staff list from Billboard. Pop songs. Pop charts. Let's do June. Top 50. June 2022. Billboard. What do we got going on? Music news. Charts. Hot 100. Let's look at Hot 100. What is Hot 100 right now? As It Was is the number 1 song, June 2022, by Harry Styles. And, hold on, I got to put this back on the screen again, Dana. Okay. Edit display name. No, that's not what I want to do. Full screen layout. No. Still trying to figure this out. Oh, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. See that? There we go. Figuring this out. First Class, Jack Harlow. And number 3, Waiting for You, Future, featuring Drake and Terms. Future. As It Was. Here we go. Here's the big Glass Animals, Heat Waves. It's number 5 still on the charts. Look at that. We just bought that record, didn't we? We bought that record on Record Store Day. And it was not a Record Store Day record. Stay, Enemy, Bad Bunny, Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is still out there doing it. You got to respect him for that. I'm not big on his music, but man, he knows how to hang on in the pop world. My wife's all excited. Doja Cat. Doja Cat started out on YouTube, from what I understand. That's pretty cool. Kanye West is still got number 21 here. Ed Sheeran, that guy's still around. Boy, Elton John and Dua Lipa. Look at that. That's interesting. Cold Hearted. I know. I'm just going through what is popular right now because I'm out of touch, man. I'm a 53-year-old man. What do I know? No, but I do like, I'm a Black Keys fan. Tell you what, I'm just not so much into pop music today. I really wasn't too much in the 80s either, to be honest with you. Let's see. Pop charts. Pop charts 1987. When I graduated from high school, June. Okay, let's do June. I didn't graduate from high school, by the way. But if I would have graduated from high school, this is when I should have graduated from high school. And then they were like, maybe you can graduate in 88. I was like, no, think about it. Anyway, don't do that, by the way, kids. Stay in school. It is important to stay in school. Things worked out for me, but you struggle with the issues I've had. It's just a little different. Anyway, but I do encourage people to stay in school. Don't quit high school. I know it's hard. Just stick in there. My son had a hard time. Our daughter was like, had straight A's. Didn't really like school as much, but she did really, really well in school. But our son, we were like, we love you, buddy. Just kind of stick through it. You got this. And he did. He graduated. So I'm so proud of him. All right, here we go. This is the charts. Boy, here we go. They're just ramping it up on me. Walk Like an Egyptian was on the pop charts back then. Madonna was on the pop charts with Open Your Heart. Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer, from February to March. That sucker was up there. August, June. What was in June? Always. Atlantic Star. I don't even know who that is. Lisa and the Cult Jam, Head to Toe, on June 20th. I want to dance with somebody. With somebody who loves me. That's who I want to dance with. What is on the screen right now? I'm not even sharing the right screen, for God's sake. For the sake of God. Share this screen. I'm not sharing the right screen. For good Lord. Hold on. We're gonna move. StreamYard. Is anybody watching this? There's one other person besides my wife that's watching this right now. It's going to take me, this is how I learn things, is there's repetition and figuring stuff out. View billboard. Is this the tab? I want to share this tab. This is the tab I want. Where is my tab? If I can move, maybe if I can bring this down. No, that's not working. Okay, well, over here. Moving myself around. Flat screen layout. Okay. Jeez. Okay, you're going to have to take my word for it. We're going to stop this. We're going to share this. Share screen. Oh, I see. There we go. Share screen. Share screen. Chrome tab. That's it. Share screen, Chrome tab. Boom. I figured it out. There we are. And now there's me in the corner. There's me in the spotlight. Losing my live stream focus. So anyway, here we go. 1987 pop charts. This is Wikipedia. This is not Billboard, by the way. Billboard. How easy is it to find? Let's do a little experiment, shall we? Billboard. The user friendliness of Billboard. 1987 number ones. Oh, hey, look at there. There it is, right there. Now, this is Wikipedia. Google is going to hijack it. Let's see. Billboard. George Michael, number one songs from 1987. This is an article or a charts thing. I don't know. Let's see. We got another ad popping up right here. Come on. Smirnoff. I want to dance with somebody. George Michael's Faith. Wow, that was a song at the time. I remember that. Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi. Right? Who's that girl? Madonna. Future classics all snagged the top charts in June 1980, June 13th. Somebody wrote this in 2017. Wow. So yeah, that's it. What about you? Anybody else out there? There's only 2 people watching, so I would ask the crowd, but there's no crowd. Testing and learning live stream. Yes. No one's put Russ in a corner. No one puts baby in a corner. Was that 1987? Ooh, let's look up top films, shall we? There's some good films coming out right now. We got Jurassic. I'm wearing my Jurassic Park shirt. My wife got me. It's almost my birthday, so I got this Jurassic look. Clever Girl. Remember that? Anybody? I should be doing it. Hold on. I'm doing this wrong. Boom. There we go. This is my Jurassic Park shirt. See? Clever Girl, right? Jurassic Park at the bottom. From what I hear, it's supposed to be an excellent film. And then what else is up there? They're Top Gun. Everyone's talking about Top Gun. The Jurassic Park, the new Jurassic Park movie has reviews that are not super great, but they've got good reviews. It's like people love it or hate it, and I kind of like a movie like that, right? People either love it or hate it. There's something to that. If everyone loves it, it's probably crap. That's not necessarily true, Russ. You can hear me. Can everybody hear me out there? My wife can't hear me. She's in the same room with me. It's one other person watching. Please, in the chat comment section, tell me if my volume's on or not. That would be helpful. I'm on Facebook too, so I don't know if anybody on Facebook is watching, but maybe shout out to Emma Schaefer, who's graduating. My second cousin. I don't know how you do that, right? Like that's if she's my second cousin. She's my cousin's child. She would be my second cousin, or is that twice removed? It's just a lot of family logistics I don't understand. All right, but you asked for it, so I'm going to deliver. Here we go. Back to this page over here. Sharing this page. Top films 1987 box office. Beverly Hills Cop 2 was up there. Wow. Domestic box office for 1987. All right, here we go. There's some more cool information right here. Number 1 film was Beverly Hills Cop 2. Yeah, that was pretty good. I don't know. Was it a good flick? I don't know. It was all right. I like the first one better. Platoon. Okay, so Beverly Hills Cop 2 grossed $153 million. Wow, back in 1987. That's wild. Paramount Pictures. Platoon was number 2. Fatal Attraction was number 3. That grossed $125 million. Number 4, which is a cult classic, The Untouchables at $76 million. 3 Men and a Baby. Is that a classic? Is that a classic rom-com comedy? I don't know. But 3 Men and a Baby came in 5th at $70 million. The Secret of My Success. That was a good soundtrack. I think that's a good soundtrack movie, wasn't it? Stakeout. Dirty Dancing. Oh, wow. Dirty Dancing came out in 1987. It's all the way down here at number 16. Wow. Dirty Dancing is a cult classic. Right? RoboCop beat Dirty Dancing. I would have never thunk that RoboCop would have beat Dirty Dancing. Holy smokes. You just never know what people are into. That's wild. Dirty Dancing. So you know, there's these films in here that have stood the test of time. Beverly Hills Cop was not one of them. Platoon is one of them. If you haven't seen Platoon, you should watch Platoon. The Untouchables, mob movie, great movie. 3 Men and a Baby, it's all right. Wasn't that funny? It was okay. Stakeout. I remember Stakeout. It's done by Walt Disney Pictures. I mean, it rings a bell, but it doesn't really... Lethal Weapon. Holy smokes, there's another great one. Lethal Weapon, 1987. That started a whole franchise of movies with Mel Gibson, Danny Glover. Witches of Eastwick. That was another good one. And that's up at number 9. I mean, it was all right. Jack Nicholson. But it's not as good as freaking Dirty Dancing. Like, holy smokes. Predator. Here's another one that came out. Number 10 on the list, Predator. With this film broke a record because a lot of people don't know this, but you had 2 governors. 2 guys who were the governor of different states here in the United States were actually in the film Predator. So you had Arnold Schwarzenegger and what the frick was his name? The guy from he was a wrestling guy too, wasn't he? But he was the governor of Minnesota. He became governor of Minnesota. He was also in the film. Anyway, I can't remember. Was it Missouri or Minnesota? One of those Midwestern states that starts with an M. I just know that weird bit of trivia about this film for some such reason. I'm not sure why. You never know what is going to linger around in the meat computer. The old meat computer here. Full Metal Jacket. Holy smokes. There's another one that's kind of, if you're into that war horror stuff, that was another one. You know, in 87, you had Vietnam vets who were, you know, writing books. It was a strange time. People still remember the Vietnam War. It had only been, you know, 15 years ago from that point. Full Metal Jacket comes in at number 19 at $46 million. Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors. Now there's another soundtrack I'd love to have because that Dokken did the song Dream Warriors for Nightmare on Elm Street 3, which I thought was pretty great. Mannequin. That's a weird film. If you haven't seen it, I think we've seen, Dana, have we seen all these films? It seems like we've seen all these films. Mannequin. Remember Mannequin? I remember it. I can't tell you what it was about, except for a guy falls in love with a mannequin. It was.
Nowadays I wouldn't go. But
it's a rom-com, right? Back then you could still get away with it. She was a mannequin. Oh man. Who knows? Is Harvey Weinstein on that one? I don't know. I shouldn't joke about it. Jesse Ventura. Thank you. My wife's over here looking up facts for me. Jesse the Body Ventura was the governor of Minnesota in 1998. Jesse Ventura, Arnold Schwarzenegger, governors. The governor were both in the movie Predator. So you heard it here first. Probably not. Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. That came in at $36 million. Spaceballs. Oh, John Candy and Spaceballs, man. Loved that film. Just John Candy. It was funny that it came out the same year as the Star Trek 4. About when Star Trek was starting to was that film good? You know. But Spaceballs came out and made up for it, just saved sci-fi. You know, we probably wouldn't have sci-fi movies today if it wasn't for Spaceballs. John Candy and the gang saving sci-fi in 1987. It would have just went down. It would have just been a passing fad. The Golden Child with Eddie Murphy. There's another one. $36 million. The Golden Child. Remember that? It was all right. They made a Golden Child 2 recently, which it was all right. I think I might have liked it better. I don't know. I can't remember the first Golden Child, but yeah, Summer School. Don't remember that. Do you remember Summer School? Oh, dang. There's another great one that came out around Thanksgiving. We'd love to watch it almost every Thanksgiving. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Just a great film. Wow. All these came out in 1980s. Are you kidding me? 1987 domestic box office. Another one that was sort of a, didn't do, I mean, I'm sure it made money, but it wasn't. Beverly Hills Cop 2. It's weird that was the number one grossing movie in 1987. I'm wondering if it's because it came out in summer, Summer films. Summer's when people go to the drive-in. And when we go to movies. Kids are out of school. Why is summer the highest grossing films? I don't know, but man, that movie was way better than Beverly Hills Cop 2, in my opinion. Heck, The Golden Child came out the same year. Was that that was later. I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. Black Widow, Raising Arizona. There we go. Good old Nicolas Cage coming out. Wall Street. Wow, Wall Street came in with only $18 million. The Big Easy, a re-release of Aristocats. Disney had a few re-releases. I remember when they were doing that back then. They would re-release them in theaters, and everybody go, oh, wow, Cinderella. So Cinderella was released. They would touch them up and make the paint better and stuff. And a re-release of Cinderella beat Police Academy 4, Citizens on Patrol at number 40, came in at number 40. Little Shop of Horrors. There was another one. Oh, who was the dude? He hasn't been in movies in a while. Rick Moranis. There, I pulled that name. Rick Moranis, I think he was also in Spaceballs. And he was in Little Shop of Horrors. Hoosiers. Oh my God, Hoosiers, number 47, $23 million. Hoosiers made with Gene Hackman. Fun story. My mom did Gene Hackman's dry cleaning. So he actually owned a house not too far from here. He probably owned several houses, but rumor has it that he owned a house out here in the Seven Lakes area, North Snohomish County. And even when Goonies was being filmed, and people showed up, a bunch of guys showed up at Goonies. I think he had a plane. So we had a airport there in Arlington, and a bunch of guys showing up with Goonies jackets. I never met Gene Hackman, but a bunch of my coworkers who worked for my mom's dry cleaners at the time, they all met him, and I'd always walk in after he had just left. There's even people standing around with, autographs. Like, Gene Hackman was just here. Like, holy smokes. Never met the man, but I'm sure he was great. And he was in a lot of movies. Hoosiers was probably one of his biggest or most famous parts, from what I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong. Born in East LA as Cheech and Chong, right? Back in the day, if memory serves. Radio Days, Hellraiser. Wow, Hellraiser came out in 1987. That's a cult classic horror movie right there. Number 77. It only grossed $14 million, but it's pretty good for a horror film. Sadly, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 did better. But what do you do? Hamburger Hill. Wow, there's another war film, Vietnam War film. Grossed 13. That was a violent film too. Like, wow. I mean, they all were, but that one was excessive. Teen Wolf 2. $7 million. Wanted Dead or Alive, The Chipmunk Adventure, Death Wish 4. Death Wish. I remember those were a series of films. Who was the guy that starred in Death Wish? Do you remember? For those of you just joining us, is anybody just joining us? I don't even know. How many people are watching this schlop? I can't tell. Is there anybody on the... It's just my wife. No one's watching. Anyway. Doing a live stream. Here we go. Those are the movies. I would look up 2022, but we had this pandemic last year, and this year all these good movies are going to be coming out. 2022 is going to be a great year for films. Chuck Berry, Hail Hail Rock and Roll. Interesting. These are what? Steel Dawn, Number One with a Bullet. Good Morning Vietnam. That one only made, that was kind of a dog. Wow. That was at the bottom of the list. It came in 198 and it only made $440,000, unfortunately. How many theaters was it in? 1,500. September, Man on Fire, Amazon Woman on the Moon. Seriously? Amazon Woman on the Moon did better than Good Morning Vietnam. Moonstruck. The Cher movie. So you put total gross. Oh, this is interesting. So you got total gross next to what it did that year in the theater was only 44. Dana, check it out. So less than $500,000 Good Morning Vietnam made when it first released in theaters. You know how much it's made since? With streaming, DVD, VCR, $123 million. That's up there. Moonstruck came in at 192. It only made $606,000 in the box office. You know the Cher movie, Moonstruck?
I like that movie.
It made $80 million later with all the stuff, streaming and everything. Let's see what some other movies that did well. Didn't do well at the box office, but did well. 5 million. Cry Freedom. Do you remember that movie? That one movie did better. It didn't do as well in the theaters at the time. King Kong Lives. $400 million or $4 million. 400, I'm getting tired. It's 10:30. So anyway, yeah, reminiscing about today versus 1987. And history is still unfolding. We don't know what's going on with history. I'm not saying 87 was better. People 40 years from now, 30 years from now, will look back and go, wow, 2022 was a pretty cool year. After the pandemic, they released all those movies they weren't going to release. Hold on, I got to do some more of that. The Last Emperor, $4 million in the theaters. Guess how much it made after theaters? Grossed entirely. Total gross. $43 million. That's significantly more. The Last Emperor. A lot of people saw that on DVD, VCR tape back in the day. Overboard. There's a rom-com for you. $26 million it made total gross. In the theater, it made $9 million. Children of a Lesser God is another high-ranking total gross at $31 million. It made $11 million in the theater. I don't remember that movie. An American Tail. That was an animated movie about the little mouse. Remember?
I like that one.
Yeah. Did $13 million at the box office that year, and then $47 million total gross. It was huge because it's an animated film, and people watch that stuff over and over again. Re-release of Lady and the Tramp. 1986 re-release. Interesting. $31 million total gross. All right. Beverly Hills Cop. Let's see what Beverly Hills Cop did total gross compared to $153 million. Wow. I mean, it was all right. Is that the one where he's going, Roxanne? Is that Beverly Hills Cop 2 or the first one? That was great. Eddie Murphy was just great.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one was just awesome. I can't, to be honest, I don't really remember the second one as much. But Lethal Weapon, there's another one that's up there, 65 million in total gross, but it did about the same at the theater. All right, you guys, I'm getting out of here. It is late night. No one's watching this. So, oh no, there's somebody else is watching. We got 2 people watching.
You did want to go earlier.
I did want to come on earlier. My wife encouraged me to. I was like, I feel stupid not doing the live stream. So, but there you go. And thank you to my cousin for inviting me. We're going to be there Sunday to the graduation of Emma Schaefer from Blaine High School. Blaine, way up by the Canadian border.
It's a big step.
It is a big step. Emma Schaefer, 2022. I'm sure there's going to be some killer movies. We're going to look back in time and go, that second Top Gun movie might have been better than the first one. That Jurassic Park movie. I still don't know. It's 2.5 hours long. Dear Lord, I'm going to have to go to the bathroom. They don't even do intermissions anymore, do they?
Nope. Back in our day.
Back in our day,
They did intermissions.
they did intermissions, especially if a movie was that long, like Jiminy Christmas. 2.5. And it seems like every freaking movie that comes out nowadays is over 2 hours long. 2.5 hours. It went from an hour and a half long to 2.5 hours. Like, come on, condense this down, people. Some of us, we all have a short attention span. We're watching TikTok videos. We can't even sit through a 15-minute long YouTube video. Everyone's using TikTok now and watching videos that are 30 seconds long. That's what's selling. And you guys want to go and make a 2.5 hour, 3 hour movie. I just don't get it. I don't know.
And we can't push pause.
And you can't push pause. Everyone get pissed, right? Imagine if they just gave everybody a remote. Just hit pause if you have to go to the bathroom or get a popcorn, and then you'd be there all day, waiting for the movie to be over.
I can't wait.
Yeah, we're excited to
One of my
see the
favorite
movies. Yeah, Jurassic Park. Got the shirt. Clever girl. My wife got one. My mother-in-law got one. Our daughter got one too. Yeah. So we should send Austin and Alicia E one too. They would like that. All right, people. I'm out. I'm out of here. Ending broadcast. So there's RusShawSho number 2 in the bag. Later.